Hey guys, this is Fran, and today I've got a replay of a painting I did on my new iPad Pro using the app Procreate. Um, this was supposed to just be a little doodle that I did because honestly, this is not a new idea. I tend to draw angels like this a lot since I learned how to draw. This is how I would draw angels. Um, this is a very classic pose that I put them in, looking over the shoulder kind of thing. And yeah, so it was supposed to just be a sketch. Me getting used to Procreate and the iPad Pro and just seeing what I could do. Um, I'm not that great of an artist in general, but definitely when it comes to digital art, I am for sure less. I don't know. I'm less experienced in it. So I didn't, when I sketched this drawing, I didn't care about the anatomy or the proportions or whatever. I just wanted to practice rendering something as realistic as I could when it came to, the colors and stuff like that, but not necessarily, the subject matter or the proportions or whatever like that. But as time went by and I was working on simultaneous things, I decided to take this drawing a little more serious and maybe push it through to the limits of what I know how to do when it comes to digital media. And I ended up, making it more, I guess, realistic. It's not that it's realistic, but just a more refined outcome, I suppose. And I'm really happy with what I ended up doing because honestly, this wasn't supposed to go the way it did. But yeah. So I've also been watching a lot of other artists online do digital work, and I really appreciate uh, their their tips because I learned a lot in the process of this. This took me probably 2 weeks, around 14 to 20 hours. I'm not sure. I know Procreate tells me. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't checked. But it took a while. Last time I checked, I was at 13 hours, and that was 2 days ago. So, yeah, I worked on it all day today since 6 in the morning. It is now, what time is it? It is now 7:04 p.m. I just finished it like half an hour ago, and I'm really happy with the outcome of this drawing. I know that there are people out there that can do so much better. I know there are people out there that would look at this and, see it for what it is. It's kind of like a noob attempt at digital art, but it's the best that I can do, and it's definitely surpassed what I thought I could do. So yeah. So basically, I've been watching people like Boro Dante, who he does drawing videos, but it's all in digital format, and he preaches a lot about doing lineless work when it comes to digital work, and he I think he came up with his own way of painting, or like he learned it from somewhere. I'm sure he probably saw it like somewhere, but I tried to incorporate the things that he teaches in his videos, but as I did that, the drawing got harder. Like like I keep saying, I'm basically a beginner when it comes to actual digital painting because I could make something pretty digitally. I can. It's just not the kind of quality that I would want. I want like a fully rendered, detailed piece, and the things that I can do digitally just aren't that. So this piece, what it ended up being, kind of represents um, the gateway towards what I want to be. I don't know if that makes sense. But I just love the iPad Pro, and I love Procreate for the fact that you can watch my process, and I don't really have to do anything. It's recording the video on its own, and once you're done and ready, there it is, and you export it, and now I'm editing this video on my iPad Pro. So hopefully that means more digital drawings for this channel. And me practicing more digital drawings, because God knows I need it. So yeah, a big thing that Borodante talks about is not using, very obvious lines in your piece, and as you can see, I'm doing that in the wings. I couldn't find a way to actually render the wings without using lines, but I think at the end I made it work, and the lines that you do see in the wings are explainable, I guess. I looked at a couple reference pictures for the wings, and I tried to imitate what I saw, but a lot of the wings were actually white, and they would blend in perfectly together, and I assumed that it would happen the same for darker wings, but I really wanted to show, the feathers. I really did, and in all the reference pictures that I would find, the feathers would kind of like blend into each other, and it would just look like very soft fur, which is beautiful, but it's not what I wanted for the drawing. And so I ended up, detailing it more and stuff like that. Like I said, the sketch was not planned out or well thought out or anything like that. It was just, hey, I want to practice. Let me draw an angel guy, and we can practice on that. So I didn't know. First of all, the original sketch didn't even have feet. I didn't know what to do with that. The original sketch also had the moon at the bottom, so I removed that, and you'll see that I end up getting rid of the feet, getting rid of everything that has to do with the feet below the clouds, and that's mainly because I am not experienced enough to try and draw the feet at the angle that they were supposed to. I tried, God knows I tried, but it just didn't work out. But why am I talking about the feet? When right now I'm rendering the feathers still, I decided to make them a little bit lighter. Not too light, because all the light source is actually in front of the character and not in the back. So the feathers from the back of the wings shouldn't be like too brightly lit. So yeah, here I'm like, I don't know how to do clouds. That's also another, I don't even know how to do clouds traditionally. So digitally was like, how do I make a cloud? I don't think they look bad. I don't think I ended up with like the ugliest clouds that I could draw, that I could have ever drawn. But will you see better clouds out there? Yes, you will. And I will practice. Oh, here I decide, screw the feet. I'm just gonna add clouds. I'm just gonna thicken the cloud, and then I decided to just make him in a sea of clouds. Also, the stars weren't supposed to be like a halo. Right now, the way the video is set, you can't really see it, but I made the stars kind of create like an extra halo around him. I thought it looked pretty. I'm really happy that I did that. I wanted to add more stars in the back, but I decided against it because of the effect that I give them, the glow. The glow would kind of like, I guess, the glow would erase the other stars. I don't know. Because of the glow, you wouldn't be able to see the stars in the background. Yeah. So anyway, here I did the sea of clouds. He's in the sea of clouds, and um, that's it. That got rid of the feet problem because I had no idea what to do for the feet. Um, what else could I talk about? Oh yes, the jeans. The jeans were also really hard to render because I wanted those faded jeans, and I couldn't figure out a way to make them look like they were faded jeans without making them look like they were weirdly lit. You know what I mean? Like right there, like by the butt cheeks, where there's what looks like a highlight. That's not a highlight. That's supposed to be faded material. So that was kind of hard to convey, at least for me. That was really difficult to convey. Um, but later on, I go in and I define them better. And honestly, I was really happy with the way that it turned out, and I was really proud of it. Um, I'm also really happy with the way that everything changed once I color balanced everything, made them a little more blue tinted. That looks really good, I think. And um, what else can I talk about? uh, yes, the lights, the glowing effect around the stars. That was very difficult to convey. I think for me. Um, I know that it was like a kind of a cheap way to fill in space, but it worked, I think. And oh man, the other thing that I need to learn is, how far to show highlights, I guess, in certain materials. Like right now, I'm doing the supposed highlights on the feathers, and I wasn't 100% sure how that would happen, how that would work. I looked up reference pictures for that, and I couldn't find anything remotely similar to what I was trying to achieve. So I don't know. I just gave it like a rim light, and hopefully that looks nice. I mean, it looked pleasing to me, and there you go. The jeans just happened. I don't know why that was really fast. It was either really fast or I just didn't notice it, but I think that I ended up with some pretty badass jeans right there. And here, the shadow under the wings, I didn't know if it would be so prominent. I don't know if I wanted it to be that dark, but that's it. I mean, from here on out, it's just all minimal details that I did. So anyway, it's up. I want to add this to like my Patreon in full definition. I don't know if it's considered 2K. I think it's a 2K drawing. I don't think it's 4K. It's also going to be available in my Redbubble shop, and I'm going to have a little mini e-zine available in PDF format for you guys. So, yep. So anyway, that's the drawing right there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.